Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we are going inside the box with Mike. Today we're going to be looking at something pretty cool. This is the AR-15 Chamber Lock. It's brought to you by the same people that made that StopBox joint. So this is actually the StopBox AR-15 Chamber Lock. So with that, guys, let's go and get this thing on the table. Bam! Like I said, guys, today we're coming back. We're going to revisit the StopBox line of goods here. This is the StopBox AR-15 Chamber Lock. You'll remember these guys are the same people that made the StopBox that we crushed with the F-150. If you haven't seen that video yet, there's going to be a link right up here in the card, so make sure you check that out. So with that, let's go ahead and get into the box. Oh yeah. Check that bad boy out. All right. Okay, what do we got? We've got what looks to be the mechanism itself. Okay, we've got some kind of Torx head driver, which is nice. Actually an Irwin brand too, so none of that cheap stuff. All right, this is a T10 driver. Some nice foam cut out there, and then instructions. All right, you know what we do with the instructions, right, guys? Accidentally lose them and then go searching for them. So essentially, this is all the same stuff that we saw in the original StopBox. This is the instructions, warnings, safeties, precautions, different stuff like that. What I'm seeing here, though, right away is that this has the same password as the original StopBox. So it's a thumb depression and then the index finger and the pinky finger. And then it looks like it loads right up into the chamber. While depressing the actuators, insert the chamber lock into the chamber of an AR-15 with the bolt lock to the rear. So let's go ahead and get into that, guys, all right? Now, here we go, back of the box. Rapid access finger code lock, no batteries or electronics, AR-15 223556 compatible, aluminum construction, patent pending, and as always, guys, I want to point this stuff out here with StopBox. This is made in the USA. Support local, guys. Support these guys. All right, so let's go ahead and get the box out of the way. Bam! Don't need that guy anymore. All right, hold on to that. We will not be changing the password here on this. Obviously, I don't want you guys to see what my password is. And we're going to go ahead and revisit this guy. This is the LWRC. All right, we love this thing. This is chambered in 5.56 NATO. This is actually a Maryland company. So if you guys are interested in building one of these ARs, I recommend reaching out to LWRC. These are some really cool guys. All right. So anyhow, let's go ahead and move this guy around. All right, so as it said, make sure that the bolt is locked in their open position. So let's go ahead and lock that bolt in place. There we go. And take the chamber lock. We want to depress the thumb. You know what? I'm kind of feeling that maybe the pinky. So maybe I'm going to use my ring finger, my index finger, and my thumb here. Okay, there we go. When we do that, we're seeing this action. This little feels like an aluminum lock catch here is going down. So we're going to go ahead and depress that and slide that right here into the action, the ejection port essentially of the AR-15. All right, so that's in there now. And I'm cranking on this son of a gun and it's not coming out. You know, we like to break stuff, and you know, maybe I could get Nate, Big Nate out here, and maybe he could crack this one again in less than 2 minutes. But for right now, I'm pretty happy with that. Why? Why do I want to use this guy? Again, this is, so some of y'all were commenting on the last video or sending us messages. This is not a safe, guys. This is not designed to require some kind of biometrics or a key or some complex combination. This is an additional layer of defense to keep some bad guy or somebody irresponsible from getting their hands on your firearm and having an accident, all right? So it's an extra layer of defense. I like that. I mean, that's kind of cool, right? So where I see myself using this is this, all right, guys? So we oftentimes go out to the range. We'll have the AR, or any rifle for that matter, we'll have the AR kind of sitting by, and then maybe we turn around for just a second and we're working our pistol stuff, right? Well, if at any point, maybe accidents happen, maybe we accidentally left a round in there. Some knucklehead comes by, some kid, anybody comes by and accidentally squeezes that trigger off, bad stuff can happen, right? So this is just an extra layer of defense. Let's see how quickly it comes off, okay? So assume you're in a home defense situation, or you're in some kind of, you know, rifle threat where you need to get to your rifle quickly. How quickly does this thing come off? So again, and I've got this optic mount here, I could probably take that off, but pretty quickly, thumb and then those 3 fingers, this thing drops right off. So if we go from a shouldered position here, like the weapon's drawn here, how quickly can we get this thing off if we need to? So real quick, and again, I do have this optic mount here. Real quick, actually this is a GoPro mount, so it's actually kind of cool. There's some new footage coming up that you guys will be able to see us using that pretty soon. But real quick, you just jump up here, thumb, 2 buttons, pop that thing off. Now you're ready to engage the threat if needed, all right? So what I like about this thing so far, okay, I did pick up a little bit of scuff damage here. I don't know if you guys can see this line right here. All right, there is a little line right there. It's a little bit of scuff damage. I'm assuming it's coming from the catch on the dust port, the ejection port there. But it's got a nice big piece of foam right here, right? So that's actually protecting the firearm, right? So I'm a big fan of that. Go ahead, right? The 3 fingers, slide that thing in there, and you're locked in, you're good to go. You've effectively just added an extra layer of safety to your firearm. Now guys, I wanna go ahead and say something. We are not sponsored by StopBox, all right? This is not that kind of a video. This is not that kind of a review, all right? This AR-15 Chamber Lock, the reason we're showing this kind of stuff, guys, is because accidents do happen, and you don't wanna be that guy, all right? And you know what kind of guy I'm talking about. You don't want to be that guy. You don't want to be the person on watching that accident happens. So, and you know what? We, as gun owners in this industry and Second Amendment advocates, we don't need that kind of press. We really don't. So, an extra added layer of defense, something like this, it might keep, you know, something bad from happening. It's worth it all day long in my book. And we're willing to put our money where our mouth is and invest in American companies that are doing stuff to help us maintain our rights, okay? And that's what we're doing here. So back to below, bam. All right, so real quick, guys, 3 fingers, right? Thumb, the index finger, and I guess you could use your pinky. I feel more comfortable here kind of owning this thing, owning, you know, control of it. Is the ring finger, the index finger, and the thumb. Dropping that thing in there and you're safe. You could also rack this bolt. Let's see what happens here. If we engage the bolt, all right, nothing happened. It's still on there. It's nice and tight. What happens if we try to release it? All right, there you go. I don't know if we've had enough action there to actually chamber around. Likely we didn't with this thing obstructing that, and I'm not gonna try that. I'm not gonna try that. That's not what this is intended for, okay, guys? Yeah, that's it. Again, this is right-handed use only, so there you have it. That is the AR-15 Chamber Lock by StopBox. Let me see if I can reach that box. There we go. All right. Boom, StopBox, there it is. LWRC, support local. With that, guys, our recommendation, I don't even need to test this thing. I could feel it. And if it's made anything like that, StopBox, bulletproof essentially, truck proof, I have a feeling this thing's gonna last. I like it. We're gonna actually run it through the range, go over there and do some tests with it. I wanna see how quickly I could remove this thing and engage a threat. I'm trying not, you know, hey, in a life and death situation, seconds matter. Do I have time to waste removing this thing? Maybe, and that's a decision you're gonna have to make for yourself. But as I mentioned, this is American made, support local, support your local range, do what you can. And on top of everything else, guys, remember this: learn, defend, prevail. We're out. Bam!